Hey YouTube. It hasn't been that long since I uploaded actually. And I guess I'm saying mostly hey to my 12 subscribers. You know who you are. Um, like it actually blows my mind that people have subscribed to hear me talk. Even though it's so few, but thank you for subscribing. Feel free to subscribe if you like the video, obviously. But enough of that. I I wanted to apologize for the last the deck opening videos. The the audio net will not cooperate. Will not cooperate with me, and it seems like no matter what I do, the audio just it fights me. Like I wasn't in the air conditioning wasn't going, which was humming in one of the videos. The AC wasn't going, but there was like this clicking that happened afterwards. I was like, "Are you kidding me? I just ah!" And I was a little upset, but the polls were what they were. You know, getting a Dante and getting into Neb in the same thing. You can't be mad about that. You can't. And I just I posted it and for the best. But here, different video. We're moving on with our lives because we can do that. It's a thing. And here I have a crossover of Shaddolls and Yang Zing. I really like Yang Zing a lot, and I really like Shaddolls a lot. My first deck ever that I made was a flip deck, and the Yang Zing, I think the art style is really cool. Um, it's it's kind of like it's not dragons. I guess is really why I like it. It's the more Asian style of dragon. Um, they don't really have arms and legs. They're more serpent-like, as opposed to the European dragon that has the arms and legs. That's more animalistic, I suppose, um, or lizard-esque, as opposed to snake. But yeah, the reason I don't have the wind guy in here is just because his defense is not 2000, and I don't really want to go into a level 1 ever. I don't even really like this guy in here, and I don't like them in there, but I just threw this deck together really quick so everybody else can play it because it's actually pretty good. I run 3 of him because he's a huge beat stick, and that's pretty much it. I run 3 of this guy because his effect's really awesome. I run 3 of this guy. I guess I could say their names. um, I actually can't read his name, and I forget what it is. But the fire guy, 3 of them, 3 dragon, 3 lizard, 2 bien, or bian. My Chinese is not good. Bian, maybe. 2 hedgehog, 2 falcon, or falco. 2 Bixie, 2 DD Crow, and 3 Shuiwen. Uh, I might even be. I think that's how that is, but if not, Chiwen. That sounds really bad to me, but I don't know Chinese. Again, I'm really sorry. I talk Japanese. Um, 2 of the Draw Engine, 3 Shaddoll Fusion, 1 Dark Hole, 2 Super Polys, 2 of this guy. Uh, I really just like its effect, just because it's a solidarity. You can obviously take this card out, but 2 you get a solidarity effect, which is really nice. It makes this guy at 2400 for nothing. And to top it off, it becomes a dark hole once you get 5 in the graveyard. I run 1 of this and I've been playing around with it just because I think Compulse is such a good card in this format, because a lot of cards have the not be able to destroy effect, and then this also doesn't have targeting. So if I didn't have this, I'd probably have Share the Pain, which is you tribute, each player tributes a monster. Spelling is hard. This is another card I've been playing with. And they're both kind of the same, but they're different. This sends it to the graveyard. This sends it back to the deck. This one might actually probably be better with this, with the Shaddoll effects, but it's something to look at. Two of the Fallen Shadow, two Breakthrough, Compulse, and two Cosmic Dragon Incarnation. Now, the reason I think that this deck is so... Oh, I guess there's an extra deck. Shit. I'm just going to quickly go through it. You should be able to tell if there's like literally nothing original about this extra deck. I just put in cards. And I'm sorry, but I can see the timers at 5:30. I'm like, fuck, I want to get through this quicker. I personally like longer videos, but I know not everyone does. So, that's fucking stupid that it's not blood. Anyway. The reason I like this deck is not because of what it is, but what I think it will be. Eventually we're going to get these earth and fire guys, and you need a fire monster and you need an earth monster. Now, obviously, if you're running the mathematician version, you're able to pull this guy off easy, and I'm sure there's some fire card that's fucking amazing to get this guy off. But, I mean, the Yang Zings are like every fucking element. It just kind of makes sense to me. Like, if your opponent's running light, they probably are. Shaddoll Fusion and Super Poly, get rid of it, okay? If they throw a BLS in your face, Super Poly, Shaddoll Fusion, no big deal. But, you've got the light engine, you've got the earth engine, you've got the fire engine. Plus, they replace themselves. They are just really good, and like the deck itself right now, as is not, you know, it's not perfect, it's not good. I literally threw it together. But, I mean, everything kind of replaces itself within the Yang Zing. So you're getting a special summon, plus, you know, the synchro summon during your opponent's turn if you've got enough monsters on board. And then you've got the Shaddoll engine, where you can just toss cards in the graveyard and get free effects. Like, I imagine the Shaddoll engine helps the Yang Zing engine out more, but I don't know. To me, it seems pretty obvious, especially when these guys come out, that people are going to try to do this. I know I'm not the first one to do this. People have probably already tried to do it, but it just seems to work. The other thing is this card, Cosmic Dragon Incarnation. I don't know if that's its US name. I don't have one, so I don't know. I feel bad about that. But once per turn, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, so that means any Shaddoll that gets destroyed, I can still use this effect to bring out a Yang Zing, plus I get the flip effect or the graveyard effect of each of my Shaddolls. Like, there's no downside to playing this, and I would definitely run it at 3. I'd probably get rid of, you know, a DD Crow. You can get rid of these guys quite easily. I could get rid of this quite easily to run that. And I don't know. I think there's a synergy there between the two decks. It's not, I don't think it's gonna, you know, be meta or anything like that, but I do really like the idea. Now, here's one video. It was pretty quick, and I'm really shitty with this deck, but you know, it's 3:30 in the morning, and when it's 3:30 in the morning, you get going on something. You just gotta do it. So I'm playing this guy, and I've said in many videos, I am Yu-Gi-Oh! Dyslexic. Mostly because I refuse to read the text. And that's because DevPro has made me so goddamn lazy. On Dueling Network, I was pro. I read everything ever, but fucking DevPro, but the recordings are so much faster, so that's why I do it all on here. And I shut this guy's deck down immediately with the Shaddoll engine. There's nothing he could do to stop, you know, the onslaught. He was playing an Umbral Horror deck, which I've tried out, and I actually like it. It's a pretty fun deck, but it's, you know, it's just not up there. The main event that I played against would be this card, and this is almost showcasing this guy's deck. Cosmic Thunder 7, if you're out there, your deck's awesome. I applaud the fuck out of you, especially if it's original. Um, so, fucking Battle Fader. But basically, he's running a rank 10, or not a rank 10, a level 10 deck. Using, the Time Lords, and he's using these guys have names, the Burning Abyss guys, to not only mill through his deck, but to just add monsters to the graveyard. Um, and he does so extremely efficient. Like, if I can pause, I can show you his deck. He's got a bunch of cards in here that are, I think they're just brilliant. Like, this is the guy that you want to get. 4K beater brings out a second 4K beater, and he actually does get it on me. But I, I'm not trying to suck this guy's dick, but fucking virtually, I will suck the shit out of it. His deck was so interesting to me when I was playing it, um, just because. And right there, to draw attention to myself, this is where the dyslexia comes in, and the not reading. It's more illiteracy than dyslexia. I This guy, destroy one spell or trap card on the field. I thought it was a different effect, so I was just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Yes, yes, yes. And so I had to destroy my own incarnation, so you don't get to see that being fucking awesome. But life goes on, and we're at 11:30, so I'm trying to get through this quickly as I can. Um, but yeah, like, it's pretty. I'd say standard plays. I forgot what this guy kind of did, so I played a little stupid there. I should have just set that guy knowing that he couldn't have done it, but in the end, my stupidity actually helped me out because I was able to just keep cycling through my Yang Zings, and he couldn't do anything. So it worked out pretty well. And like you see, like the Yang Zings, they're replacing themselves. This guy's not getting anything. I mean, he did damage because of Mount of the Bound Creator, but he's not going anywhere. He can't do anything. I got the Super Poly. I got the Shaddoll Fusion. I'm just using his cards completely. And I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this deck. Uh, there's nothing special about it. I think I think his deck is better than mine, but yeah, I like I said, I tried it out because I had the idea. Like, I was thinking about these fire and earth, and I was like, who the fuck's ever gonna have a fire monster in their deck? But if you put the Yang Zings in there, you got yourself a nice little deck going there. A nice fucking expensive deck, I might add. Like, last I checked, those guys were like $30-$40 ish. I don't know how much that fucker is. I know those are like 20 something dollars. Each of these guys are a buck plus. Luckily, I have all the Shaddolls I need, but I know these guys are $20 to $30 or some shit like that. Same with that. And then, God, I know I've said I'm cheap before, but I just think about how much I'd have to pay to make this deck, and this is a deck I'd actually consider dropping that kind of money, just because I think there's something there, and like if you watch my openings, I think I have two of him, none of the light guys, which is the one that I really need. I don't have that, but I have all the Shaddolls. I have one of him. I have two of these, of course, and then I have, like, most of the rest of them. Uh, but yeah, I definitely play with the deck. Tell me what you guys think. Um, Again, going back to the beginning of the video, thank you for if you've subscribed. You know, if you've done anything, I don't know. Words are hard, and I'm just doing this all in one take, so my head gets jumbled. Um, Thanks for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave your thoughts, comments, criticisms, you know, and I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.